A lot of people are asking the wrong question in 2026. They're asking, should I upgrade my PC? But the right question should be, what should you upgrade in your PC? Because we already established it may not be the best time to build from the ground up a brand new computer, but there are actually some things which are generally worth upgrading. And today, here at ImWateringPSUs, we're doing a tier list explaining what I, as a professional PC builder, would upgrade for myself in 2026 and what I would absolutely avoid. Let's get started. Now, let's start with one of the most underrated upgrades, and that is cases, okay? We see here a brand new one and a pretty old one. Now, the thing is, up until a few years ago, cases were really ugly. They were mostly black boxes with sharp edges and nothing really going on with them. There were some cool ones, but those were also the most expensive ones. So in the mid to low end, you usually found bad cases. Even the cool ones from back in the day have such worse airflow and such just worse overall design connectivity than the ones we have here today. And also nowadays we have panoramic glass designs, dual chamber layouts, reverse motherboard support, better cable management, vertical GPU mounts, and some genuinely innovative designs like what we've seen in Height, Haven, and just a lot of other brands. And I'm putting fans into the category because fans have done some massive improvements, especially in terms of aesthetics lately. And you can actually buy some very affordable cases nowadays. What I have here is a Corsair 2010X. It's an $80 case, which looks like this, but on the channel we covered a lot of good ones. One that comes to my mind is the Fantex XTView Matrix, for example, very cheap and very unique, but really you can buy for very little something that's going to radically change the way your PC looks and also just drastically improve your thermals on both the CPU and the GPU. Cases you should definitely buy in 2026. And honestly, if you're someone like me who builds a lot of computers, cases are what are keeping the market interesting. Let's now move to coolers. And coolers you should also upgrade. And this, I think, is very underrated. The thing is, nowadays, there are so many good air coolers for cheap that for just $30 up to $50, you can buy a very good air cooler and just drop in, upgrade your system and dramatically reduce the noise and the temperature of your CPU. That is with air coolers. But the thing is, nowadays, water coolers are at the lowest price ever. You can buy a very good one for relatively cheap. You can buy just a generic 360 meters all-in-one water cooler for about $60. And you have ones with LCD screens like the one we have here today. We covered the panorama tricks with the curved AMOLED screens. We have a lot of interesting models on the channel that you should check out. And if you have some spare money, now it's a good time to buy a brand new water cooler. They're good, they're cheap. We've had enough innovation and enough drop in price to make it worth it. Next one, power supplies. This one is a little bit trickier. So on the one end, we have a lot of new stuff like the ATX 3.1, a lot of different technology going into the PSU. But on the other hand, you may not need this tech. And if you're still running an older GPU, I don't think upgrading a PSU is a good idea unless you're running a relatively bad power supply and you want to buy now a good PSU to use in the future as well, while also maybe making some aesthetic improvements, because good PSUs also nowadays have sleeved cables, they come with better cables, they have better efficiency, so you reduce your power bill. In that case, they can be worth it. In terms of market pricing, they are now at a pretty decent price. So I would say if you want to buy one, if you think you should buy one, now it's a decent time to buy one. So you could do that, but a good power supply from 2018 is still a good power supply today. You can still run even a 4090, even a 5090 on, for example, a Seasonic titanium unit from 7 years ago. This is perfectly fine. On this one, I really want to hear what you guys think down below. But anyways, next one, this is pretty easy. RAM. You should not upgrade RAM currently, especially not because someone like me told you that the lower latency on your CL on the RAM gives you better FPS, because yes, it's true, but the pricing is so bad currently that doesn't make it worth it. Genuinely, if you already have 16 gigs of decent RAM, you should just keep it and just wait it out. Weather the storm until pricing comes back down. Unless you're running into severe capacity limitations for your RAM and you're saturating the RAM you have, in which case you have to upgrade. And even there, maybe buy something used, maybe try something else to optimize your computer. I have tutorials for it. Just try to wait it out if you can. Just absolutely do not upgrade right now. SSDs, I want to do this right after RAM because we are on similar topic. SSDs have actually become very interesting. They have a lot of new tech and a lot of interesting stuff But first of all, faster drives, which I cover a lot on the channel, like Gen 5 drives, which I love and I use personally in my daily system, you probably shouldn't upgrade. Like if you're not a professional, if you're not doing a lot of export, import work with your system, you don't need them. Games don't really care that they go 14 gigabytes per second instead of like 7,000 megabytes per second. You know, it doesn't really matter. And Windows also doesn't really matter. Generally, it's just not worth the price difference to buy Gen 5. Gen 4 isn't either, even though the difference is more going from Gen 3 to Gen 4. If you still have a SATA drive, yeah, switching to an NVMe drive is going to make a difference, but the pricing right now is really bad. About 1 year ago, when 1 terabyte of Gen 4 was $60, I was telling you guys to buy them, but because the price was so low, nowadays, I wouldn't really buy them. If they come back down in price, sure, but the premium for Gen 5, I just find, just objectively, is basically never worth it unless you're a professional. And now, with the two more tricky ones to answer, CPUs, and then we'll do GPUs. So CPUs is actually interesting. So if you're buying a brand new PC, I think the market is okay. There's nothing crazy going on, but nothing too bad either. But if you're upgrading, actually, I think there are quite a few options. So if you're still on AM4, for example, with a Ryzen 1000, 2000, 3000, this is your perfect opportunity. We recently reviewed the Ryzen 5 5500X3D. It's a CPU AMD literally did not want you to buy. I'll leave the link to the video here. And now through AliExpress has become available worldwide, and it's cheap. It's $150 for a 6-core 12-threaded CPU with X3D cache. You should buy that right now if you have anything older than a 5000 series Ryzen, and probably even if you have a Ryzen 5 5600, because in this way you're future-proofing yourself. You don't need DDR5, you can save money on the RAM, you can get so much more performance, especially on the 1% and 0.1% low. It's definitely worth it. Also, Ryzen 7 5700X3D is still pretty big player, and we also now have the anniversary 1500X3D, which is good. So if you still have AM4, perfect time to upgrade. Go for it. You don't need to upgrade your cooler probably, but again, if you have the money, it's a good time to buy a new cooler also, and then you can undervolt your system and get so much more performance. Would be the best. Again, as an overclocking undervolting tutorial channel, yes. Intel, if you have LJ 1700, so 12, 13, 14 gen, there are those laptop to desktop adapted CPUs, which I covered, which are insane. I don't know if you saw the videos. If you didn't, go check them out. They're crazy. They're on my channel, but they're not for everyone. Like you need to be an enthusiast, whereas for AM4, you just drop in. So these, if you're an enthusiast, yeah. Also, if you were stuck on 12 gen because you were scared of 14 gen, now it's the time. They're cheap, they're good, they're worth it. But I would say it's less interesting. AM5, lots of options there. I think used Ryzen 7 1700X3D or brand new 9800X3D. I would avoid the 9850X3D. I think it's generally on the market slightly overpriced, but it's the chart topper, so I can see why it is. And also non-X3D high core count CPUs from the AM5 platform are relatively cheap. You could also buy those currently. It's a good time. Let's move on to GPUs. So GPUs, I think the market is not bad, but it's also not good. And we're going to have a new release soon. And I would say for GPUs, it's pretty straightforward. If you need a new GPU, yeah, buy it. But if you don't really need one, if you can still overclock your old one, maybe try out lossless scaling, adding a second GPU in your system before, or do something, I'd rather do that. I think the used market for GPUs is pretty good up until the mid to high range, but not really in the high range, and also in the low range is good, but then you're buying older stuff really. So I would say brand new GPUs, yeah, it's not a bad time, but it's not a good time. Is there ever going to be a good time to buy a brand new GPU? I mean, when they come out, right, closer to when they come out, if they're not overpriced, then it's a good time. I think currently, not really. Now, last one, bonus one, the one you were not expecting, monitors. Why am I bringing monitors into the question? Well, not only because I just reviewed a portable monitor, which is crazy, but because monitors are probably the single best improved category in terms of pricing and technology. So if you want to really step up your game, just buy an OLED. Even a cheap OLED, even a bad OLED. OLED is a game changer. The latency, the quality of the image, it's so worth it. You should buy one. And on the other hand, if you don't have the budget for OLED, even though OLED is getting cheaper, you can buy a very cheap OLED. Nowadays, entry-level gaming, 1080p, 240 Hz, has become so cheap that if you still have a 1080p 60 Hz monitor or a 100 Hz monitor, buy a 240 Hz panel today. They're too cheap. So just go ahead and buy it. And this is for those of you who stay until the end. You deserve it, okay? If you need a monitor now, go buy it. So in the end, my tier list is probably case first, then monitor, then water cooler, then CPU, then PSU, then GPU, then SSD, and then last RAM. This is my tier list. But I want to hear what you guys think. First of all, do you like this format? It's a brand new format. Let me know what you think. And also, if you disagree or if you have something hidden which I missed, please let me know down below in the comments. I really care about you guys in the comments. And also, thanks a lot for watching up until this point. You can also become a member if you want to support the channel, give the video hype, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.